Hi, welcome back to the A&S Way. This is part 2 of our video series on a possible investment opportunity here in West Summerlin. If you haven't watched part 1, go and watch that. We toured a house called Amber, and today we are continuing that at the Opal. In terms of the homes that we're looking at the cheapest homes that they have available, but also the possibility of making it a 3-bedroom home. And this home is one of their cheapest, but you cannot make it a 3-bedroom. So this is currently the cheapest, $470.
First feature is an absolutely huge outdoor covered area. Now, this could just be me. I can never see a time where you would use this. And the best use for this space, in my opinion, would be a gym. But how likely are to put a gym here when the street is right there? It'd be a little bit weird. But it's such a big space, it seems a shame to waste it.
Yeah, but I would say it depends on how you get used to living here. Ant was saying with those who have the places that you can sit outside the front, we're just not people that would typically sit on our front porch. But we have seen a lot of people that choose to do that. We just wouldn't be that type.
So, very impressive always, these doors. And I think this is quite similar to the door that we've chosen. Yeah. I think it's about 9 foot. So it's very high, really impressive, quite like the colour. The flooring they've chosen is like a laminate, so it's a couple of grades down from the one that we've chosen in our house, but it's really nice again. Off to your left, they've built a, can you open that? Really nice outdoor space with a very impressive gas barbecue, fridge and granite worktop.
See, it is huge. I would
it's
say
usable.
For people from the UK, we are used to homes that come with tiny spaces. Depending on where you live, especially in London, you might have a very, very tiny backyard space. So I think for us, the adjustment wouldn't be so big.
Oh, and the reason we took a quick break is we met a lady that she's from Bangladesh, her and her husband. They moved to the UK, did their medical training in the UK, and then moved out in 97?
Yeah, I think so.
And then moved to Vegas in 2007.
Yeah, Philadelphia, then to 2000, and then 2007 into Vegas.
And they are looking to buy an investment property here, just like us.
And her name is Selena. So exactly the same as mine.
So it's very, very interesting. So she's looking at exactly the same homes, and her criteria for an investment property is what is the cheapest, which is what I said. So the salesperson found it quite funny that we're here for exactly the same reason. We've come a similar path and we want the cheapest option.
Okay, so you can see the entrance hall for this isn't particularly large. So you've got your backyard space, a downstairs cupboard here, and then your garage is here. And this is actually pretty cool to show you, because something that me and Anne didn't appreciate is something called epoxy flooring, which is what you're seeing below. And when we went to the design centre, they were asking whether we wanted to add on this option. I think it was a good $8,000 to have this. And me and Anne were like, no, we don't really get that, just whatever the flooring is in your garage. But we realised here in the US, it's very common for people to put this epoxy because the garage is really seen as another room, a usable room as part of the home. So whether you're showcasing your cars, using it as a workout room, people take pride in the flooring.
We've seen this ourselves. There's a lot of our neighbours use their garages daily, even in the winter. They're out fixing, like Selena said, fixing their cars, doing stuff. And I don't know if they use it, I've seen they've got cabinets and I forget what we call them, but it's got like the open front where there's glass, so they have stuff on display in their garage. This space is absolutely massive, so it's a double garage, but I would say it's slightly bigger than the normal double garage. It's also got this extra bit here and an extra bit under the stairs.
How cool is this?
I can't remember if this is officially a 2-story, even though you come on the ground floor. I can't remember if it's only 2 floors of living space. There's no living space downstairs, and the garage that we've come into is actually the back of the home. So we'll take you up now. Stairs not quite as impressive. So we'll take you up the stairs. They're still nice and wide compared to what we have in the UK, but it doesn't feel as impressive because you're kind of closed in. So I don't like it as much. And it feels like a long way up here. remember now. They always lead you through these really nice, whoever designs the flow of American homes is really good. It makes you feel like you've come into a nice space. It doesn't immediately lead you into the living area, but there's a space that you come into. They've set it up as a little home office. So if you had kids, they'd be working here, you'd be over there. We'll show you in a second, but that's the WC. But as you come through on the left-hand side, I'm pretty sure these are really close to the cabinets we're getting.
Yeah, I think they are.
They might be a little bit darker, but they're very similar. The kitchen space nowhere near as impressive as the other one, but still a really usable space, I think. They've gone for the same granite, exactly the same quartz as us, same depth, same cabinets. And it doesn't feel like the kitchen is encroaching in your living space. If you go over and sit on a perfectly normal sized sofa, it's quite nice.
It's a very nice space, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think they've, I would say, almost nailed the open planned living space with these types of homes.
Yeah, it's really nice. You got the, I think these are 8-foot slides. So this will be the same as what we have off of our bedroom. Our living room's got 12-foot slides, so another one of these panels. But again, great views, huge outdoor area. I think it mimics what's downstairs. They've gone for slightly risky gas fire area.
Would this pass the fire safety?
I'm not sure in the UK. Maybe. Usually anything on elevation in the UK you can't do, but I guess it's your home, so it's detached as well, so you can probably get away with it. But I could easily sit with this open in your living room. Only in the spring and autumn months though, because it's either too hot or too cold outside the back. Some of the features to notice, I have no idea because we haven't gone through the specifics, but this has got canned lighting, or recessed lighting we call it at home, everywhere. You're probably not getting that. You're probably getting this one and maybe 4 over here. So you really have to pay attention to what you're optioning on, especially if when it comes to rent it out and you walk in and go, oh, there's no lights in the rooms, it's not going to look visually impressive, and because it's not dressed, some people might not be able to see past that.
Yeah, and I would say, having gone through the design centre options now myself, I can tell what are the add-on options.
Yeah. Oh, another nice feature, which I've just noticed. To get the light down the stairs, something smart that they've done is they've created this aperture, which allows light to rush in here. So even though it's dark, it's not as dark as it would be in the UK. I remember my uncle's stairway was very dark.
Yeah, it's those little extra features that make the difference.
Okay, coming around. Ah, another room. Actually, a pretty good size laundry room. What you find often with the US homes, especially the new ones, the laundry rooms have now been moved to wherever the master suite is. So if your master suite's on the first floor, it'll be there. If it's on the second floor, it'll be there. This is probably the first time I've seen a separate laundry room that isn't on the master suite, and I'm guessing that's just because of how much space is or is not available here. But probably a good spot to have it. Decent size, probably one of the smallest WCs that we've seen, but it's still a good size. And in a better position because it's away from your living area, whereas in our house, it's in the living room. They've made an effort here. So going up the stairs, you've got the first section feels a lot wider. I don't know that it is, but it feels wider because of how they brought this down. So it gives a lot more open feel here. They have had to put a wall in there, which is a bit of a shame, because if you could support that and have that open, I think that'd be a lot nicer, having the light rush in and being able to see into the living area. Still wider than upstairs in the UK.
Yeah.
This home is, I can't remember if you mentioned, 1,355 square foot. May seem big to UK people, but in the US, even though we're only used to that size, it does actually feel small. First room that we come to is going to be the second bedroom. So there's only 2 in here. The rooms are fine size. They've used a smaller bed,
Yeah.
so that will give you a clue. That is maybe a double. I think it's a double. All of the other ones have got queens or kings in there. They've gone for smaller cabinets.
There you go.
This bathroom is pretty much the standard that you'll get. This is above standard, so you'll never get quartz in a bathroom unless you're paying. The 4-inch backsplash, about standard. And this is a standard fiberglass tub. And what's this called? Backsplash? It's not backsplash.
There is a name, I can't remember.
Enclosure. Very standard. Still nice. It's an ensuite, can't complain. And then a standard. Let's have a look at the master. I don't remember this. Ooh, that's nice. This master is actually slightly better designed. The main reason it is for me is the bedroom. So the bedroom is through here and the bathroom is out and at an angle to it. So you're not going to immediately get that rush of noise. It's got to come through here, bounce off this wall, not directly next to it. This, I think, is very similar to what we're getting in ours. Not the work surface, but the cabinets. So I think we've got 4 cabinets and a double sink. I think this is quite similar. The actual space in here is bigger than I think it leads you to think. That mirror alone is a good 7 foot.
Yeah.
7 to 8 foot wide. These surprisingly come as standard because we've got the exact same setup in ours.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's quite nice.
Very similar.
It's a decent shower enclosure.
So I would say I really like this style of how they've done the master suite. So exactly what Ant said, how the bathroom is offset from the bedroom, but also I quite like that they've made the shower and the toilet separate as well. So it's in this separate room, and it looks like they've got the brackets for the door, which is interesting because none of the other homes
It's
have
definitely
this.
a door because the door frame's there, which means that's standard. And that then means when you're showering, which is the noisy part, it is double blocked. So you've got a door here and then you have to go through the room.
So for me, this setup makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. We're trying to take it in whilst describe to you. We're trying to think through the options. This is nice. This is really nice. I like the design in here, but the room itself is really nice. And you've got exactly the same as what we've got in ours. Huge 8-foot slide leading on to a massive balcony, probably bigger than the other ones. But here's the downside. This balcony is facing that home, which might be okay because you've only got a couple of, well, you're kind of facing the people. But if you've got a house that's facing somebody else's, it's that awkward thing of, you might say hello to your neighbours when you're going out, but when you're sitting out and you're kind of facing them, or this is a bedroom, remember, and you come out of the shower and you're not clothed, and then you see your neighbours seeing you, is a little bit awkward in that
moments.
sense. That's the one that we've actually bought. That's one of the nice things. We have no neighbours facing us, and we don't face any neighbours. There's no one on the back or the front of our house, which I think there's a lot of value in. What do you think?
I really like. It's very different. So I would say the other home we went to was the Amber, and I would say that's more impressive with how you go to that next floor with the ceiling lights, the windows and everything. But the layout of the bedroom makes far more sense to me, and I would just prefer that this was more the norm in when they do master bedrooms, personally. Because typically I think pretty much every ensuite, the walk-in wardrobe is attached to the ensuite. Here they have it separate, which is quite different. I'm not sure how much I prefer that. I think it makes sense for me when you're in the bathroom getting ready to always have your walk-in attached. So this is an aspect that I don't like as much. But
I think understand that it's a lot smaller, and they've made good use, or the best use of the space here. You do really get used to the size so quickly, and the size disappears. So you don't walk into the home that we've bought at 2400 square foot and think, oh, this is a huge home. The reason being, each room is ample in terms of its size. So you won't get 10 rooms as you might do in the UK. You'll still only have the 6 rooms, including the bedrooms and the downstairs, but each room is bigger. So you lose a lot of space just visually. You're not picking it up because you've not got, oh, I've got 6 bedrooms. Whereas here, there's only 2 bedrooms. The cupboard feels like it's half the size of the other ones. Yeah. Everything's just pinched in that little bit more, so you do notice that space as you walk through. obviously isn't a problem in terms of rent. There's people that need to rent at all levels of the rental market. So there's people that want $2,000 homes up to $15,000 rental homes. So those people looking at that range will probably come in and be really impressed with how much they can get for that money. So I think it's still probably a good investment.
Yeah, I would say for me, if I was to compare this versus the amber's more impressive. But I am also thinking, let's say two friends living together, renting this out. Lots of people are working from home now as well. Where's the space? There's still, whether you're using your master bedroom to work from home and set up a desk space, there is room for it.
Yeah.
You've got the deck. I'm also thinking downstairs where they've got that desk area. There's that you can co-work and work with the space. So those are the things I'm thinking of, and I think either work.
And one of the things the lady we just met, the other Selena, pointed out, which was really good, and she's been here for longer, one of the first things she said was school district. You're right next to the good schools.
Yes.
And obviously for people, when you're looking at rental, that's a massively important, because my immediate thing was, oh, we don't have children. Oh no, wait, we're looking for other people.
And actually that's a very good point, because I reckon there's lots of new couples that will be looking for a place, so for them
Maybe a young child.
So that is something to consider as well.
Anyway, that's the end of the tour of, where are we? Which one?
We are at the Opal.
Okay, the Opal. Let us know what you think. Let us know whether you think the first property was better, or this property, or which one you think that you would choose to rent in a given price bracket.